Hello and welcome to DILAX Tech Talks, a mini-series about mobility data in public transit. My name is Meliton Chaidez, and I'm a sales representative with DILAX here in the US.
Welcome also from my side. My name is Zander. I'm the president of DILAX US and also the global strategic product manager of DILAX.
So, Michael, last time we talked and learned about the purpose and benefits of automatic passenger counting. Today, we're back and we want to talk more in depth about the actual APC technology. Can you explain a little bit more about how APC systems work, which technology is being used, and what's more commonly seen in public transit?
Sure. So there are currently three main sensor technologies established in the market. So the first one is infrared. So these sensors use infrared light, like this one, that kind of falls down from the sensor. You can picture it like a curtain of infrared light. So every person entering or leaving the vehicle breaks through that curtain, or more correctly, it reflects the light beam. So this is how the sensor knows that there was a counting event. This technology has been around for many, many years and has a proven record of reliability and an accuracy of around 95%. Many agencies are still using that type of sensors, of course. The second one is stereoscopic. So this technology works like the human vision. So you know that your left eye and your right eye each create an image that slightly differs from one another. And your brain then makes it into a 3D picture. This is exactly what happens here. So the sensor has two cameras that each create an image, and the sensor computes that into an accurate 3D picture. This allows a slightly more complex object recognition and also a slightly higher accuracy. And then the third one, we have so-called structured light. So this technology is the latest in the market. It leverages a laser projector module that creates unique dot pattern. Passenger movement is recorded to create a depth image in the form of a 3D point cloud. This technology allows sensors to count and identify people, differentiate kids and adults, but also objects such as bikes or wheelchairs, for instance.
That's interesting. I didn't know that there was so many different methods to count passengers. I think that's amazing. But now that we have a general feel of what the technology is and some of the challenges and benefits associated with the public transit, I have many reasons as a transit agency to consider buying and purchasing and investing in APC. So I want to throw a hypothetical. Let's say I am an agency and I want to decide on which technology would work best for my system. What would be your recommendation?
Easy answer. So I would say as long as you choose DILAX, you won't be wrong. So just kidding. Um, so all three technologies are quite effective and have served as great solutions for many of our customers in the past. But at the end of the day, you or I as a transit agencies would look for the most accurate and precise passenger data and also for the latest innovation in that technology. So like structured light, like we described before, that's at the cutting edge of APC technology right now. This technology is extremely precise, offering counting with an accuracy of 99%. Additionally, because it's a 3D optical sensor, it has a great potential for more detailed object recognition, providing separate counts for bicycles, wheelchairs, and other classes in the future, like strollers, maybe luggage, or more. Also, because the sensor is using a non-visible wavelength, the sensor is able to count in very dark or bright environments. This ensures the sensor operates perfectly even in extreme conditions. So to answer your question, in today's rapidly evolving world, I would go with the latest generation of technology and recommend structured light technology for APC systems in transit vehicles.
Interesting. Okay, great. And so I want to dive, now that we understand it's structured light and that's at the cutting edge, I want to dive a little bit deeper into that recommendation. Earlier, you mentioned object recognition. How does that work in a reliable and precise way for APC?
So right now, DILAX is working with our new sensor and software and has already expanded the possibilities of object recognition. The fascinating thing is that the sensor is already able to detect and distinguish different objects. All we need is to feed the AI, so the artificial intelligence-based algorithm, with samples of new object classes, and it learns on its own how that kind of object looks like. Granted, we do need around 1,000 feeds until the sensor has learned, but after that it will reliably distinguish any object we taught it. This allows us to progressively add more classes in the future, depending on the customer and market requirements. As of now, the sensor comes with wheelchair and bike detection already, and we are now working on teaching them strollers, for instance, as a next class.
Interesting. And so that's very interesting on the limitless possibilities, really, that allows for. So my next question is, why is having more detailed counts beneficial for transportation agencies?
Good question. It's important for network and fleet planning and to manage investments. So you need to say you need to invest in a new bus fleet, for instance, and you want to choose the buses that are best suited for the needs in your vicinity. So it's also relevant for the design of facilities like stations and stops.
Got it. So now, say I am a transit agency and I've collected a ton of information and numbers about my passengers, vehicle loads, and objects. How do you make the most out of all of the data that's constantly being fed into these sensors in different systems?
So in the beginning, this is just raw data. We're talking about a lot of data that comes in day by day. And that alone does not provide much value. Just like some raw foods need to be cooked, the raw APC data needs to be properly processed, analyzed, and presented in order to get maximum value out of it. That is where software comes into play. It provides mobility clients with a state-of-the-art platform that can do many great things, like the analysis and reporting. So for optimal resource use, sustainable traffic planning, and continuous efficiency increase. Or the demand prognosis, recognizing bottleneck situations and overcapacities in fleet planning early. Or recognizing patterns in passenger flow, up-to-date and dynamic origin-destination matrices for traffic planning, dynamic predictions for quick reactions to peaks in passenger numbers, but also real-time information. So like the transparent communication about departure times, delays, and also about the occupancy to support customer loyalty. And finally, also what we call the smart monitoring. So the predictive maintenance approach optimizes routes, times, and costs for fleet repair and maintenance as well.
Awesome. That's all really helpful information, and I think it sounds like we could fill up an entire another tech talk just talking about that topic. So I think that has a lot of potential, and I'm sure we will get to that soon and eventually. My last question to you, Michael. What is your recommendation for an agency if they want to go ahead and dip their toes into the world of APC technology?
Yeah, you already found a good starting point by watching this webinar. And for anyone out there who wants to tap into the world of APC systems and is not sure where to start, just give us a call or send us an email, and the team will be happy to help and support you. APTA, the American Public Transportation Association, is also providing a lot of information for this. And of course, you can ask around for best practice. One last remark, you don't need to equip every single vehicle of your fleet right away. It's perfectly suitable to start with part of your fleet and go from there. We at DILAX are ready to talk to you, understand your business and your requirements, and can offer the right approach and the right solution.
Awesome. Great information, Michael. Very excited to talk about this technology and its limitless potential. Well, that concludes today's Tech Talk. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. You can find more information about our APC technology at our website, dilax.com. That's DILAX.com.